much a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Washington football team.
Set to kick off.
Who will punch the 4th and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll find home. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 33. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
30-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56. Come on.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He may try and run, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with the former Tar Heel T.J. Logan. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Jordan Howard, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. From the gun, Jones. He's going to air one out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 23. They toss it out right to Johnson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
On the carry.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes this Washington 14. Giants nothing. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Touchdown, Washington. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Catch made by Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down.
Now Jones. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Matthew Ioannidis able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, that's complete to Slayton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Second and 4. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he goes out right around the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 61 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes this Washington 28. Giants 3. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
This is
Picked
my
up by
role,
Kyle
baby.
Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Here's Jones. Back to the air on second down. Going up top. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
The 15-yard
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Johnson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. 20, 10, for touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 77 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
So momentum, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll have a first down past the 40. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And down right around the 37. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Jones, off play action, going for it all. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Jordan Howard unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Two times.
They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
The kick by Marr is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there in Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Kerryon Johnson taking it in. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Jones now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Watch out. Hey, check that. Street. Rush
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Howard. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Logan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Okay, ready? Spike 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.